What's good, y'all? You Dub back here again. Here in 2019, this old good old tail end as we head into 2020. I think this is an apt time to do this video. Alright. For the One Piece fandom. Hopefully this actually gets traction. Cause YouTube loves suppressing my videos. But anyways. This needs to be said out here. I think there is some clear agenda and biases towards the Straw Hat crew. Alright. Now, for those of you who are long-time subs to my channel, y'all already know what time it is. For anyone just watching this video, or if you get shared, be like, wonder what the hell are you talking about? Get used to that if you're new to my channel. Alright, so listen, bro. Straw Hats get a lot of flack. I get a lot of hate. And I've known it for a while. I've talked about it in private. I talked about it with my dog, Sean Home, dude, Eric. I talked about it with a lot of cats. Good old Fire Angel, Chris. A lot of cats, long-time One Piece fans, or people got into One Piece and got into it heavily and whatnot, right? Some people, probably King Recon in the past, you never. Right? The thing is, Northside Z, shout out to the dude, Dalton. A bunch of days. Come on, y'all know I can name drop a bunch of the OGs. The thing is, I've noticed this thing, bro, this narrative that keeps popping up. It's not just Luffy ain't ready. The Straw Hats, what the Straw Hats need to do to get ready? Oh, to get ready. Bro, think about why is this narrative being spread? The Straw Hats aren't ready. Should I compare it to other shonen? Should I compare it to Hunter x Hunter, where Gon Freaks is 12, now 14 years old? Should I say that? He was 13 fighting the Chimera Ants. Killer was, I believe, 14. Should I talk about that? Should I talk about in Bleach how Kurosaki Ichigo was 15 and 17 when he was fighting Juwaba? Should I talk about that? But he needed his Bankai. He should have just released his Bankai. Bankai. Get your potential. 17. Should I talk about that Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke were what? 17. Naruto, I believe, turned 17 on that day of that battle. He was 17 by the end of the series. We're demigods. Luffy was 17, he's now 19. Been struggling, been through the grind, like Son Goku. Oh, he always wins. This narrative that the people who always wins are the ones who don't actually always win. But, I digress. This whole narrative, not ready. Have I said, y'all know, I've said, I was completely I was completely callous. I didn't care that, Kaido gave him that one, it was more than a One Piece, but Kaido gave him that work. Duh. He's supposed to be the world's strongest creature. What do you look like struggling with a Luffy who wasn't even going all out? Come on now, y'all. You can say he went into battle, man. Listen, bro. We seen what a Luffy all out fight. We seen Rob Lucci. We seen Sir Crocodile. We seen Joker. But we seen Katakuri. We seen what an all out Luffy looks like. That was not an all out Luffy. And that wasn't an all out Kaido. That was Kaido showing it and laying down that dominance. We've seen that time and time again in One Piece. Luffy's a young pilot. Luffy doesn't know people's powers and he got to figure it out. Right? The thing about this is, bro, it's not just about Luffy. It's about the entire Straw Hat crew. Right? Oh, when they don't have hockey, when they don't have these devil fruits, when they don't have this. Now, there's stuff that I would love to see personally. Usopp to gain a couple gats at least, if not a rifle. I would love a couple flintlock pistols because I think it would be cool and badass. I think it fits his character. But, still have the slingshot on his side, but have those, rock those. Sanji, I think he should have had some knives, maybe, lose a leg, for himself. Zoro, he's coming up. Different ones. I think different ones can have hockey and whatnot. The thing is, the Straw Hats aren't ready. Straw Hats are such a small crew. Probably just small. I mean, even amongst their peers are small. They're small as hell. They're not ready. This whole thing, everything, this is obsession about power. Let me tell y'all the truth. And I said this years ago. I made a video that they're one of the top 10 most dangerous crews. I still stand by that statement. In the entire world of One Piece, these Straw Hats are one of the top 10 most dangerous crews. Top 10 most powerful. And they got a damn grand fleet. Luffy is an unofficial Yonko. He just ain't recognized yet. Brago, shout out to Brago. Brago DH did a video, addressing, the whole thing about Luffy being the Yonko. Being what pretty much the criteria for being a Yonko is, right? We got all of this. But this whole narrative about the Straw Hats not ready for what? I've been holding this off. I always keep at least one in the chamber. I've been holding this off for years, but I've spoken with it. Fire Angel Chris, shout out to Chris once again, and a few others. Besides the series being moved along, here's the reality. Think of all the most powerful pirates, and even think of most of Luffy's antagonists. You'll notice a trend. I'll wait. I'll let y'all think for a second. Have you figured it out? They're older. All of them are seasoned. Most of them are in their 40s. Shanks is now 39. He didn't become a Yonko until 6 years ago? He was 33. So he's in his 30s, right? Teach is 40. Over the 2-year time span. So he's 39, 40 years old, right? Marco is in what? 40s, 50s, Kaido is 50s or 60s. Lin is 68. Newgate was 72 when he died, right? Katakuri's 48. Parasparrow's 50. Do I need to continue? Do you see where I'm getting at? Ben Beckman, he's up there. Most of these cats, look at the Roger Pirates. Roger died in his 50s. Rayleigh was older in his 50s. Do I need to continue for you to get the message? Golden Lion, Shiki, all these legends, they're older than Luffy, right? Most of the main Straw Hat members, Brook's 90, but he's dead. Yo, all the school jokes, right? Frankie's in his 30s, Robin's in her 30s, but we also seen a lot of pirates in their 30s and 40s that aren't that level. Oh, but then you have a couple in the worst generation besides Teach, that good old Blackbeard, Uroge, and Capone. They're in their 40s. They're around Gecko Moria's age, around Kuzan's age, right? Oh, ain't that interesting? So all these people in the primes of their lives, in these middle age factors in their lives, right? Versus the Straw Hats. Luffy is 19. Usopp's 19. Chopper, if you want to consider him, he's 17, if I remember correctly. Sanji's 21. 21. Zoro's 21. He's 21. Nami's 20. Jinbei, Jinbei's probably his 40s as well. So, you can add on to that. But the core members, the East Blue crew, Luffy, 19. Usopp, 19. Nami, 20. Sanji, 21. Zoro, 21. Maybe a lot of people think they haven't, earned their stripes. They haven't. One Piece doesn't matter about time, bro. It matters about growth. In the Straw Hats, you got a bunch of monsters on there. The growth is exponential. If Usopp was in his 40s, you know how lethal Usopp would be? Would it be more acceptable for y'all if the Straw Hats were older, an older crew, and had sailed for decades? But would y'all have appreciated the stories much? You see, it's a double-edged sword. When you change any variable, it changes the game. Then you'll have questions. Well, if Luffy's this powerful now, why did it take him so long? Why wasn't he out in the New World? Is that what y'all always wanted to see? A story just about the pirates in the New World? Did you not want to see the journey that they came? Or do y'all just want the series to go on forever? Oh, multiple time skips. You had multiple time skips and you had a different era. Then we wouldn't get to be able to really see the fights between Luffy and Kaido, Luffy, Lin, Luffy. You see? It would be a fight with the worst generation. You could have had a story like that. But then you would have still had the hypothetical, what would have happened if Luffy would have fought him? Is Shanks too old? Rayleigh's dead, potentially. You see what I'm saying? You change the variables. You change the entire narrative. You change the entire sequence of events. Or would you rather have it to where Luffy and them are young and they have to battle and scrape and barely survive? Another thing that's killing me is that, ladies and gentlemen, I thought these were pirates. I've talked about this before in videos, right? I thought these were pirates. Oh, is this supposed to be a martial arts tournament? Is this supposed to be a boxing match? Is it supposed to be a fight? A fight, a one-on-one. or a straight clean pro? Is this supposed to be a professional fighting, or are these pirates? Again, I have to reestablish this. It was stated, you know, I forget who said it on. Was it Usa? Was it Joker? I'm trying to remember who said it on Dressrosa, but Luffy out of his mouth, Katakuri's like, "My bad, yo, my sis got involved," and Luffy's like, "Yo, in a battle between pirates, anything's all fair. Everything's fair. I shouldn't have got caught slipping, and I love that these are pirates. Y'all said y'all want grimy, y'all see that, but when we get grimy stuff, when we get Luffy being a pirate, getting help, which isn't really help, but pirates, bro. So wait, let me get this. Oh, against Cracker, Lord Cracker. Nami gets a W over Brule, right? Madame Brule. She's just supposed to sit her ass back there and not aid her captain? If these were sea battles, which Oda, can we please get some sea battles before the series ends? God, I've been asking this for years. Regardless of that, if these were sea battles, are they just Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Jinbei just supposed to jump and or is it supposed to be a whole out boom boom cannon fire, everybody going at it, jumping on, boarding ships and going at it. Everybody's going at it in a melee, right? That's what's gonna happen, right? Or it's just gonna be a bunch of one-on-ones and they see each other. No. Y'all love Marineford. Everybody was getting jumped at Marineford, fam. But y'all love that. But when it aids Luffy, we don't want that. Straw Hat's not ready. Goldie Roger, we don't know if he ever fought Big Man. They said he escaped from Whole Cake with the Poneglyphs. I still have Roger #1, but it wasn't like Roger was in a different league. You had Newgate, you had Shiki, you had Rocks before him, all these cats, right? You have Lin, you have Kaido. You see how powerful, you have Shanks, you see how powerful these cats are. You have, Rayleigh himself, the Dark King himself. You had like Odin, man. Of course, you had the Admirals. It wasn't like, Goldie Roger was in the stratosphere. No, even if he was the most powerful, he's edged out. And to be Power King, you don't have to be the most powerful, but you got to be at least able to sit at the table and get that dub. Luffy's coming up. He's not ready. Well, he hasn't really fought characters of this caliber. This man Roger was said to be battling for decades. How he came up. The Rocks pirates formed why? And I could do an entirely separate video on the Rocks. On why they formed if they were so powerful. But it was stated they weren't as powerful. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's mind-blowing. I don't understand what y'all criteria, what y'all want from this story. Unexpected Woman, like, comment, subscribe. Please give me some feedback. I would love to hear what y'all have to say. I may hear some counter arguments, which is cool. It's cool. I'm totally down for that. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.